All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1019, Canada case. Judge, both parties have been sworn.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Canada. All right. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I'm seeking child support and back pay from this man.
Okay, just straightforward. That's what I like. Just get right into it. How old is the child?
The child is now 3 years old.
3 years old.
And I have not received any child support.
In 3 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Sir, is there a reason you haven't given her any child support in the past 3 years?
Yes, ma'am, there is.
What is that?
We've been discussing the paternity obligations.
Okay.
And under the circumstances, you know, I don't think I was the only person having a fling with Rocky at the time that you know, she and I had that time.
Time to unpack another compelling child support dispute. Today, we meet Miss Canada, who's stepping into court with a clear mission. She's demanding child support and back payments for her 3-year-old. According to her, the child's father hasn't contributed a single cent since birth. The judge wastes no time and cuts to the chase. Why hasn't there been any financial help from the alleged father? In response, the man raises serious doubts. He's not even sure he's the biological parent. Miss Canada stands her ground, asserting that she's been handling everything on her own, and it's time the responsibility is shared. Emotions are high and the stakes are real. The courtroom is now set for a tense but honest conversation. Let's see where the truth leads.
And,
Excuse me? Are you implying something?
Well, what I'm trying to say is that I understand that you may have been seeing some other people in addition to me. And the reason that I haven't provided
well, those are rumors.
I understand that. I understand that. But you haven't complied with my request for DNA test either, and that's my key. Is that if I have an obligation, I like to make sure it is my obligation and not the obligation of some other father.
Well, maybe you should have been obligated to your wife whenever you were having an affair with me.
You know, you're right about that. And honest
so
truth is
you are
that,
admitting that you're married?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
And I've told her. I've told her that we had this fling.
You didn't tell me you were married until after.
That's correct. That's correct. I did not tell you.
I'm sorry, I won't disrupt you guys anymore. Go ahead.
Okay.
Miss Canada makes her case with calm conviction. She tells the court she's been solely responsible for raising their 3-year-old, and in all that time, not a single contribution has come from the man she claims is the father. Her request is clear. She wants child support and back pay. The judge listens intently, clearly recognizing the weight of her allegations. Miss Canada paints a vivid picture of the burden she's carried alone, covering every cost from diapers to daycare without any outside help. She stresses that this isn't a spur-of-the-moment move. She's tried every other route, and now the legal system is her last resort. As she finishes, all eyes turn to the alleged father, who's ready to present his side of the story. The courtroom tension sharpens, and it's clear this case is far from over.
So, you know, from my perspective, Your Honor, I certainly understand the situation. I'm not trying to be hard-hearted, so to speak, about this, but I think that there's some other questions that need to be answered before we agree on paying any kind of support, because at this point, we haven't confirmed whose child this is.
Okay. Well, I definitely have some questions, too, but I don't think they have anything to do with child support. It's more about you guys' backstory, but that has nothing to do with me. However, has this man taken a DNA test at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Did he sign anything at the hospital?
No, he wasn't
acknowledging that he was the father? Okay. So he does have a valid point. Before we can actually place him on child support, he either has to accept parentage, which, according to what I'm hearing, you're really not accepting it.
He's in denial about his affair and doesn't want his wife to find out.
My wife knows.
Oh, yeah, she knows now.
Ah, he's lying.
You told her?
Yeah.
I would have heard from her by now. I work with him, ma'am.
Oh. At the welding place?
I'm a receptionist there.
She's a receptionist there. I'm a manager.
That's how we met.
You're her direct manager. Oh, okay. Ooh. Wasn't expecting that much tea this morning. So, yeah, he's entitled to a DNA test.
Sure.
Okay, so before we can move forward with anything in terms of child support, looking at your financial documents you provided, he first needs to get a DNA test. So what I can do is you guys go and get the DNA test, then you can come back at a later date, possibly, if he's the father. If he's not the father, you're more than welcome to bring back as many people as necessary. I'm not.
The alleged father isn't ready to sign on the dotted line. He admits he had a brief relationship with Miss Canada, but he's casting doubt on whether he's really the child's father. According to him, she was involved with other men around the same time, and despite his requests, she's never agreed to a DNA test. The judge listens closely, fully aware of how tangled this situation is becoming. The man's hesitation to accept paternity throws a wrench into the proceedings, and just when things seem dramatic enough, he drops another bombshell. He's married. And yes, his wife knows about the affair. The courtroom takes it in stride, but the stakes feel even higher now. The judge steps in with a firm reminder. Without definitive proof, the court can't enforce child support. For now, everything hangs on one critical piece of evidence.
Implying by any means that what he's saying is true.
Right, he's
but if
definitely
he's
the
not
father.
the father, you can bring back as many people as necessary to get DNA testing, and we actually find the father and place him on child support.
Oh, I know who it is, so that's not necessary, but thank you.
Okay. Is there anything further?
Your Honor, can we get your assistance in having this thing compelled so that we can get this DNA testing done expeditiously?
Oh yeah, most definitely, and it will be done through the Attorney General's office.
Okay.
Because they are actually on site in the courtroom, and it will be in the courthouse rather, and it will be much easier and free to you all to go ahead and use their resource. Okay? If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Rocky?
You're welcome.
If I have obligations here, I'll stand behind them.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The judge doesn't mince words. She lays out the law plain and simple. Before child support can even be considered, paternity must be confirmed. To get the ball rolling, she directs the parties to the Attorney General's office, which offers fast, free DNA testing. It's the only path forward. If the results prove he's the biological father, support payments will be ordered. If not, Miss Canada may need to seek out other possible fathers. Either way, the judge keeps the focus where it belongs, on the child's well-being. Her ruling is firm but fair, cutting through the drama with a clear reminder. In Texas, no one can be legally obligated to pay child support without first establishing paternity. That can happen through DNA results or a voluntary acknowledgement of fatherhood. And thanks to the state's resources, the process doesn't have to be complicated or costly. Before wrapping up, the judge delivers a strong message. Confirming biological ties isn't just a legal formality, it's the foundation for fairness, for both parents and, most importantly, the child. As the hearing closes, the takeaway is clear. If you, or someone you know, is in a similar situation, don't stay silent. Speak up. Take action. These kids depend on the outcomes of child support court, and every decision made today shapes their tomorrow.